Just one step I took to back.
Bobby Valentino. I want to know. Have you heard the acoustic version? It sounds just like I just did it.
Does it?
It's on me. I want to know.
I doubt it.
Know. He playing it.
Oh,
Somebody,
yeah.
You had to have
It's
heard
like,
that.
Yeah, I have.
It's
I
super
love me some
slow
Bobby
down.
Valentino.
You and your husband.
We do. We stand for Bobby V.
Well, we were coming out that restaurant and we were talking about something randomly. And all of a sudden, my boy Cam said, but what about Bobby Vito? I'm like, yeah, nigga, that was a random. You said it, so you were like, damn, nobody care about no Bobby Valentino. We talking about, I think we talking about T-Pain.
Oh.
And then your boy just brought up Bobby Valentino.
I do love
the
Bobby
clear
Valentino,
blue
though.
sky. I said, Cam is a fan. He's a freaky A.N.
Hey, listen, he was on the Millennium Tour. Then they did the first round where everybody's going crazy, where they did B2K and everybody.
Well, it was at
Municipal.
the Municipal,
No,
yes.
was it?
Yes, it was. We went.
Yeah, I was
wore
there
a
too.
jersey.
I had on a shirt that said "Love Like Honey" because I'm a Pretty Ricky stan.
Me too.
Number one Pretty Ricky fan. I was so faded. We walked in.
Really?
I said, Bobby Valentino.
I thought you were going to say you started crying.
No,
when you
I was
walked in.
so faded. I made edibles for the first time that day. And boy, I sit down.
Let me tell you something though. Quiet as kept. Pretty Ricky had the best stage show.
They really did. I was glad I was still able to enjoy that because once B2K came out, I had to sit down.
That was a pure comedy though. B2K was pure comedy.
It was good. It was a great concert.
Cause that's when Raz B got upset again.
Oh, yeah.
And threw his stuff off and walked off stage.
Yeah, listen, I fell asleep like 3 times on the way.
Oh, for real? Y'all sit down? Oh, we did go together? I felt
No,
like
me
we
and
did.
Shannon went together.
Okay.
We was close too. We was like 5th row. We was up in there.
Hey,
and
we
baby,
are.
I was in LA.
Hey
It was
man,
a good
it's
day.
something about that Pretty Ricky era that made life so much better.
We was all losing our virginity.
Oh,
You had probably
we-
lost your
I had-
virginity like 10 years before.
Well,
'cause-
probably like 10 times before too. Just kept re-losing it. So I lost it and I found it again. I lost it again. I found it again. Kept
Oh
losing
my
it.
God.
But I had to give an honorable mention to this song because I like it so much. And every time people talk about Pretty Ricky, I always have to talk about this song too. Pleasure P has a song called Lingerie. Probably one of the top 10 songs
A pleasure, Pete.
that needs to be on that love-making playlist that you got. If you got that old love-making playlist,
I have to listen to that one.
I
know
want to
the song-
play it right.
You know the song that I like by him? Do you know the one with him and Carrie Hilson?
Ooh, give me a little rendition of A Selection.
Oh my God. No, is it Carrie?
I don't know that one.
Oh my God.
It's like, yeah, look it up. You got time?
I
We
do.
got a little time.
Oh my God. I play it often in my car because
I
it's
play
fine.
lingerie often. I'm going to ask you this next question. This is fresh
Okay.
on my mind too. Well, if somebody out there knows Pleasure P
Oh no, it's
lingerie.
sorry. It's Latoya Luckett. She likes. I'm gonna send it to you.
You send it to me. I think I know this song.
Add that one to your list.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, but when that lingerie comes on, I don't even want to do it because I don't want to get
We'll have to
flagged,
listen
but
to
it's-
each other's songs.
Yeah, definitely. But check this out, though. At the big age of how old are you? I mean, how old are you in marriage? How long y'all been married? 2 years now?
3.
3 years. But y'all been together for 33 years. You got time to put the playlist on? Do you just
Nah,
At
I
this
mean,
point,
it just depends.
we bumping and grinding to Apollo? It's showtime.
And we are the family feud.
Hey, whatever is on in the background, them chicks are getting the smackdown. It don't even matter. Whatever's on the television, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little childish still. I got the LED lights around my TV
So do we.
in the bedroom.
That doesn't make you childish.
Somebody said it makes you childish if you got the LEDs on the TV.
No, because when you're watching Game of Thrones and that red lights and maybe that
Ooh,
TV,
it's fire. It's
hey,
fire.
fine. That's not childish.
You got a good
It can be
point.
sexy.
It can't still.
And I think it just illuminates the TV. It'd
Thank
be different
you.
if you could see the little dots around it. It's behind the TV.
And it just is making
Yeah.
the ambiance a little better.
They don't know.
Somebody hated on me when they told me, it's challenge. I'm like, no, it's not. And then hit them with their red light special. That's another one. It's number 4 on the playlist. I'm giving y'all all the vibes right now if you still using music. But like I said, it's showtime. And I keep saying we watch Apollo every night.
Yeah, she told me. We watch Family Feud every night. That's why I started singing that.
We watch Apollo every. They got reruns on BET Plus. I'm telling you.
Look at you.
It's a vibe. Welcome back, everybody. This is Syd, and I am your host with the most, who just had a birthday, and I gave a toast, be loved. And I'm joined by my very special host,
Syd the Kid.
And this is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday, I can say it again. Because I'm back on Tuesday. I miss Tuesdays just like y'all miss having us on Tuesdays. But, you know, Big Mama had that schedule. Big Mama. So I had to, got to work around each other's schedules. So, you know what I'm saying? Now we're... I'm not gonna tell you what we're doing, but just know we in the building. We in the place to be, and we came to see. We got to talk about the elephant in the room. My birthday.
Not me.
What's the elephant's name? I can't think of one. Ellie the elephant.
That's what I call. Winter has an elephant that Chantel gave her.
Ellie the elephant.
We call her Ellie.
What's Dumbo? Not Dumbo. It was another show on TV, man. They had this little cute elephant on there. And I can say cute. Hey, man, guys can say cute and still be
cute
masculine.
Elephants.
A cute elephant now. You call another man cute. That's your prerogative.
Pause.
But yeah, you got to pause that.
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. You out here.
Poor
cool.
Diddy.
It's cool. But anyway, yeah, you guys, you know what else? I was about to ask you this a minute ago. Before I get to my birthday recap. Can guys wear extensive amounts of jewelry? That's what I was going to ask you right before we started the pod.
I like my men with simple jewelry, like a little earring, a little chain.
I don't got it on right now.
You know, if you like rings, I guess a ring, but you shouldn't have more rings on your hand than I'm not really a fan of men with rings. Honestly, I feel like your band, when you're married, your wedding band is enough.
It's enough.
And I got
or pinky ring. Pinky ring. I'm cool with a pinky ring too, though.
Normally when a nigga has a pinky ring, he has a long fingernail to match it. And that's just, you're doing too much then. But yeah, I like simple jewelry. And honestly, like some men can wear nose rings.
Yeah, Tupac had a nose ring.
Tupac, Chris Brown looks good with nose rings. I feel like when you have multiple, that's where you lose me. Just one little stud. I don't need you to have the loop.
Yeah, you don't got to have this thing either.
One little diamond. That's okay. If you're still masculine with it. I feel like Chris Brown is still very sexy. Tupac was very sexy with just a little boop. That's when you get to having both and this and little up here and multiple studs.
You start going a little crazy. Just don't take it easy. I don't like the multiple these things, man.
But I mean, a bracelet.
Some bracelets, I like a bracelet. I gotta have a watch. But it brings me to a topic too that I stumbled upon my birthday recap. Look how I'm about to tie this all together. My girl let me have it all Friday night. Look, Friday was Saturday. I should have wore it.
My boy was on his Carlton. You should have.
I should have wore it right now. I had a silk scarf on. I had a silk scarf.
An ascot.
I wanted to feel a little, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to put a little spice in my life. A little seasoning. Smack your mama. Shout out to TT Tasha. Put a little smack your mama around my neck. You feel me? I had my ascot on. And then look, I was sitting right across from her.
So he got all the ascot jokes all night long.
Out of all the people it was in the building, I was sitting right in the line sight of Sydney.
Yep.
And I had an ascot. What can I say? It was fire. I felt like I was an Italian. I'm going to get some more. I've worn a bandana before with a t-shirt, but I never took it to the silk side. So India bought me that. I felt like Silk Sonic.
He was sipping his wine with his pinky high. Actually, it was the Pellegrino. I don't even know why I lied about it. He was sipping the Pelly with his pinky high and his ascot on.
So listen, there's nothing wrong with wearing an ascot, but if you wear an ascot with the low U-neck shirt on, I'm gonna look at your little butt. No hate, hold on. I love all y'all. Big
all
love.
You ascot wearers.
I love ascotters. I'm an ascotter now.
You are.
Put me in. I'm wearing it next week.
Hashtag ascot.
But we had my birthday, man. Thank you.
How was your birthday?
See, thank you for asking. Thank you.
I thought you never asked.
I thought you never asked.
That's my one question for the day. How was your birthday?
Abort. It was phenomenal. The older I get, the more and more I start enjoying birthdays. Sounds weird. Back in the day, I used to like having my birthdays. However, my birthday is August the 18th, right? School was never in on my birthday when I was young. In school, like right at the cusp of summertime, some people on vacation. Some people just came back from vacation. They can't afford to get birthday gifts. So now I'm sitting here. Anyway, as birthdays, I get older, birthdays become fun. And I want to be around. I just kind of want to be around the closest people to me. So I had a great time because it was all my friends, cousins, and loved ones in that building. Second annual Be Love, the birthday brunch. If you weren't there this year, charge it to my mind and not my heart because I just left some people off the list. And if you were invited and you weren't there, but you contacted me to let me know you couldn't make it, just know I love you even more. And if you were invited and you couldn't make it and you didn't contact me, well, damn it, F you. No, I'm just playing.
He hates you.
Y'all, so I hate y'all. But no, we had a good time, man. So we went out to eat. We went to Kane Prime, a party at 8. And we had a good time. It was just something small that I put together super last minute because I was hungry. And I wanted a tiramisu that evening. I texted us, hey, man, what y'all doing? 6:30, just block it off. We're turning up. So we ended up getting Rezzies at Kane Prime, gave us the big dog table. And I put on an ascot. India bought me that ascot, by the way. Let's go back.
I think you said that already.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She got it. She found it in my Amazon cart. So if y'all fellas out there, if you want your woman to buy you something, put it in the Amazon cart. I had some random stuff and she bought me some pants. I'm like, why you bought me these? She like, it was in your Amazon cart. I said, oh, okay. She said, you can take them back. I said, yeah, I might want to take
Oh my God.
back.
Why were they in your cart then?
I don't know. I haven't tried them on because they look like there's some good pants, like some workout pants.
Yeah.
It's probably why I bought them. I need some more black workout pants because when you wear the same ones over and over again.
Now it's time to get funky.
Woo!
Yeah, we smell like some decade old.
Man, I'm talking about you ever just flap them out, smell the seat. It's not sweet. So all that to be said, my birthday was great. Next year we're doing it again, the third annual Be Love's birthday brunch. And then the year after that, I'm going to be a lot older than I am now.
And we outside.
28 and we turning up. We going out the country and having a birthday
maybe
brunch.
we should do a visa for your birthday.
That's fire.
I think that's too long to wait, though.
I do too.
I feel like we can go before then. It's only next year. Okay, maybe we can do that.
It's only 2 years.
Buried in Ibiza.
Hey, Ibiza would be lazy. Is that what they say in Ibiza?
No.
What they say in Ibiza?
Why are you?
Spanish?
Yes.
It was racist?
That was Indian that you were giving.
Oh, sure.
You don't be ever know where you at, boy.
Yeah, I give India varied too. If you want to,
God.
Be Love downtown. More fire. But anyway, thank you to everybody who participated, who tried to get me to take shots of alcohol, who gave me a bunch of Red Bull, a bunch of Bang, a bunch of golf gifts. The kids came through and celebrated. TT Tasha held us down. Man, it was just a lovely occasion, a lovely evening. So blessings way up. I feel blessed.
I was surprised you used God did. That's your song. You still like that song?
I love this song.
Years later.
God bless. I love this. I couldn't even think of another song because all right, so here I'm gonna give y'all some more information about me and India. When we go to church, whoever drives controls the music. Mm-hmm. It's every household, right?
Yeah.
Every household, the driver controls the music. Mm-hmm.
Unless it's winter or Shiloh.
Oh, unless it's winter or Shiloh, then the back seat
is on Trolls Radio.
They got it. Trolls 99.9. All trolls all
Can't
the time.
stop the feeling. Okay.
So on Sundays we go to church, and India likes to get in the mood. She likes to pregame before church. I've never seen nobody have to pregame before church.
It's not pregame. It's a praise and worship.
They're going to do that when you get to church.
Well, in my defense, sometimes I'm a little late, so I like to get my praise on before. Now, listen, I have worked the math to where I can walk in and still get one song and
we have
boom into the sermon.
Yeah.
But
same math.
Sometimes the music I'm listening to gets me there.
Okay.
Gets me going.
And I understand.
And I'm ready for church.
So you got to get the feeling. You got to get filled up with the feeling.
Sometimes, yeah.
Pregame, I'm in a church pregame. I know a church pregame when I hear one. So we drive, and I'm driving all the time. We're in the car. She like, she gets in the mood, and she's like, I don't want to hear that junk on you listen to. So now,
let me ask you this. Sorry, let's put a pin in that. Do you listen to like at least? So you listen to "Man, I Love You"?
Yeah, but you can change the words though. So I changed the words on the way to church.
So you sing over the music and be like, "God, I love you."
You already knew I was going. I gave you that one. That's exactly what I do. Praise you. Yeah, I do all that.
Just we go there.
Yeah. You who my man? Nah, don't do that. But it's fire. Don't need to make that. So we go to church. I do play Sexy Red. I play a little Big Sexy.
Now, Barry, you at least have to like do R&B.
It's before time. Yeah. So then she called it out to me one day.
Soul music.
And I like, all right, cool. I'm gonna play my church music now. God did.
Not Stomp, not nothing else. God did.
And I play the entire Donda album. I play God Did. I play Donda. I play God by Kendrick Lamar. It's what God been like. Anything with God in the title, I play it.
But you're just not going to go to...
I play Amen. Oh, she got super mad at me one day. I played Amen. It's a bunch of bad in the building. Amen. Fire. I thought she was going to kick me out the car.
That is not gospel music.
When I tell you, we argued the whole day because she was not happy. She didn't think that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. They caused a big friction in the house that day. House divided. Talking about house. But yeah, anyway, so now I have to be conscious of what I play. And I will play some Kirk Franklin, but guess what? Guess who got a new church song? I gotta talk about it.
Will Smith.
Nah, hell, I would never. That shit's horrible. You know that song, man.
I thought that's what you were about to say.
You like that song?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really like Will
I like Will
summertime,
when he was
getting jiggy, going to Miami.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
My singer, yadi. That was fire.
That's not what they say.
Sound like it. But T.I., Young Dro, and Kirk Franklin, they have a new song out.
Who knew?
And with the Sunday Service Choir, Young Dro.
Now that's what I thought you were going to put on, the Sunday Service Choir. Because listen, I put that one on. I'm about to be crying when I pull up to this.
So I don't play that for personal reasons, but I'll tell you, I don't know a lot of gospel music without knowing hymnals. When my dad passed away, you know they put in charge of the music? Boy, I put that Sunday Service Choir on and put it on the loop. Fire though.
So I get it.
It gets me emotional. I don't want to be emotional when I go to church. I want to turn up. Make me clap I want to do a little, I want to do all that. So Indy wants to pregame and go to church. So anyway, we did that. We went to church on my birthday. It's nuts, right? But after
that's the best time to go. You should feel.
We went to church on my
with the
birthday.
Holy Ghost, and God has brought you.
Hey, it's another year. Big years.
You over here talk about this?
Talk about it. You ain't but yeah, the reason why I use God did is I've been listening to this song since we had left church to get me back on topic. Since we left church, I just started listening to God because it was she let me have it my way on that day. Burger King.
I literally hollered when I saw that song. I was like, we're still here?
We're still here. 3, 4, 5 years later, and I ain't stuck.
And I use bottoms up for obvious reasons.
Hey, you know why. Come on, we know. And I don't care what Indy say. Bottoms up, Trigger Trey songs. Come on, man. Let me pull out the list. Speaking of Indy, we got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. Let's hit the button.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
Let's.
That's what I want to do. We got to do karaoke again.
You know what's crazy?
That's what we should have done.
We're going to do it on my birthday. No worries. I found a Mexican spot that has karaoke, and it looked like they had nigga songs.
Where at?
In Antioch somewhere.
So turn them up. We can go back to that turtle if you need to. That was the best times of our life, boy. Shout out to everybody who was there.
Y'all was on that good shit.
Boy, some people still together, some people ain't, but we love y'all anyway. They know I love them. I can say that out loud. It ain't no secret. Anyway. I'll say anything.
You do.
All right, so a couple of y'all asked me, and I don't know if y'all heard this episode already or not, but I'm going to go back to it. DM me and said, so what did India tell you had to do before she got back on the podcast? And I know I talked about this real quick. I'm going to talk about it again quickly. She told me I had to go get therapized. She told me that I had to go seek therapy for myself.
It's crazy.
It's a nasty word, ain't it? Okay, therapized. She said, if you want me back on pod, take the P in therapy, take the P in podcast, add it to therapy, and you go there. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's what I need to do. Now, it has been in my frontal cortex, and I've been trying and meaning to get there, but my schedule has not permitted me to do so.
And I have asked him on the pod and off the pod.
At least that she keeps me accountable. This is my accountability partner.
I'm not doing that great of a job. Well, I mean, I got the baby gate up, but that's about it.
You got the camera, the baby gate. You are... Listen, I need people like you around me because I would just go through life like whatever. So she told me about that. And then today we'll get there. I want to slow walk the dog for a second. So before we get there, I had a question that I wanted to present to the room and to the people who listen to the podcast. Do you think that ultimatums are good in marriage? Are they deceptive? What about an ultimatum makes you feel comfortable with giving somebody one who is your spouse?
I think it depends on what the ultimatum is. Okay. If it's a reasonable one, like it's not like she said go to therapy or me and the kids are packing up and moving out the house.
It's a different.
That is an extreme ultimatum. But I feel like in this instance, like I said, this is something that you spearhead, that you enjoy doing. I'm sure she enjoys potting as well.
She said she did.
Yeah, but this is a relationship podcast.
Okay.
So naturally, if y'all are sitting here talking about relationships and giving relation tips,
talk about it,
then, she would want you guys to actually be in a healthy situation yourself. And if you're not, it's like, why would I sit here and fake the funk? Which I feel like represents some of what her issue is. So
it's a fact.
Your ultimatum is, if you want me to continue on this potting journey with you, like I have been for so many years, then you need to seek therapy.
It's a fact.
I don't think that that's an unhealthy ultimatum.
And I agree with that. So what's an unhealthy? What would be the one with the kids?
Going crazy. Or, if you don't do this, then I'm going to withhold X, Y, Z.
Yeah. But see, some ultimatums, and I'm not saying this one could be looked at as threats. Of course, I'm threatening you. You can give somebody an ultimatum that sounds real similar to, like you mentioned, if you don't start to come home right after work, then me and the kids are leaving. That's crazy to me. What if I'm doing something? What if I'm stuck in traffic right after work? And I think those.
Why did it sound like you said stuck in traffic? Whoa.
I'm not sucking nobody's traffic. Hey, yo, what are we doing?
Giving a little bit of hot tour. Yeah, I feel like that's when it's a little bit extreme. And then you might need to talk about some other underlying issues. But I don't think they're always unhealthy. I feel like when it's ultimatum, like forcing someone to do something, like the show we watch, the ultimatum. Either you're going to be with me or you're not going to be with me. Understood. I feel like that's one of those like, You
can't, If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. That's the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Have you ever given an ultimatum before?
I'm sure I have. Honestly, at this point, I got pregnancy brain, so I couldn't give you.
You're like, I don't know what I did.
Yeah, but I'm sure I know myself. I'm sure it's if you don't do X, Y, Z, then I'm gonna X, Y, Z.
So I thought about this. I'm like, I don't think men give many ultimatums. I don't think we walk around thinking it and withholding things like that. I know I don't for sure. I'm not walking around saying, man.
Maybe that's beta.
Call back. That was fire. I'm not walking around saying, man, if India doesn't fold my clothes this week, I'm not going to crank her car up to warm it up before she goes to take the kids to school. It's ridiculous. But women can get a little spiteful and petty like that. Because you did X, Y, Z. Now my ultimatum is this. And I saw a tweet that said, this all blends in together, right? I saw a tweet that said, when they do tit, I always do tat. I go tit for tat. So
rat-a-tat-tat.
Rat-a-tat. You sent me that, matter of fact, the tat-tat. She is the tat-a-tat-a-tat.
I am.
But
rat-a-tat-tat.
But the ultimatums, nah. So listen. So we talked about that and we went through the journey and the whole navigation, trying to communicate the process. And I told her, I know I haven't been to therapy and I'm still in a space where I'm trying to figure out the schedule. I'm going for sure though. You send me a message. If you see this, you need to go to therapy.
No, it was said, men, go to therapy. That's it. That is the tweet.
That's what it was. Yeah. Then I sent her one the other day and said, I'm not going to say what it said.
Because it's not about me.
It's not about, that's why I said I'm not going to say what it said. I don't want to get it misconstrued. They're like, oh, you call her a fan? No, it's not. It's definitely not about her. All that to say that when I brought it up to India, the ultimatum, I'm like, hey, man, I know what you said. Like, and then India hit me with the ooh-op, shabbat, bam, boom. That's how we even got here to this point. I brought one thing up, and then she goes in to bring something else up. And I think, women, y'all do it a lot. And if I'm bringing up something to you in this moment, you have the ability to go pull back something either from the past or something that's been on your mind to add a little spice to the conversation.
Let me put a pause right here. Again, sorry. You said, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that, but you have, and you talked to another couple about this.
Shout out to them, yeah.
Yes. Of keeping things in your Rolodex and then unleashing them all.
Now, see, I say I keep in my Rolodex.
But when you finally do get to a point that
I blow up.
Yeah.
Right. I blow up. But I kept years and years of things built in. But what women sometimes have the tendency to do is conversation goes like this. Man, Syd, you dropped my phone on the floor. I told you, like, every time you drop my phone, it messes up. Syd say, well, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about something anyway. I've been meaning to talk to you how you leave your phone in the bathroom while I'm trying to use it. What does one thing have to do with the other? Right now, we talking about you dropping my phone on the floor. Why are you now trying to turn the tables and talk about my phone being in the bathroom?
So it sounds like...
Talk about it.
In the midst of there being single therapy for yourself, there needs to be couples therapy for the both.
Yeah, and I'm an advocate for therapy for yourself.
Because I feel like the issue with a lot of couples, myself included, sometimes is we miss each other. Sometimes we miss each other. Yesterday.
Okay, all right. Talk about it.
Me and Cameron don't really argue much.
Because Cameron is cool though. I can see. Yeah,
it's not that we don't argue because Cameron is cool.
That's exactly why y'all don't argue.
No.
I don't believe that.
It's because I have tried to do the work on how I communicate.
I can't believe that because you cold now.
I feel like I have come a long way. If you knew me back in 2016, I hope you see the growth. Because there is a tremendous amount.
She's good.
Yesterday, I asked him a question similar to the question I asked him the other day. Hey, can you be mindful about your light? So this time, it was, hey, something that he installed needs a little tidying. Something that he installed. So it's not something I did that I can fix. If I could, I would.
I'm with you.
So I said, hey, like when you get a chance, can you... And as soon as I promise I said it just like that. Because I'm washing dishes one of the million times that I wash dishes a day. I'm like, hey, when you get a chance, could you, And the look on his face, it just said enough. He didn't have to say nothing. Yeah. And then...
and I know what you did from there.
And then it just went from 0 to 100. He was like, well, when did I have a time this weekend? And I'm like, I never said when, where, how. You could have done it last weekend instead of shaking your ass at B-Lil's birthday brunch.
Turn him up.
I never said that.
Turn him up.
I never said that. And then it just kind of turned into, okay, well, I won't... And I'm like, nobody told you
tit for tat.
To not... But then my response to him...
You were cool?
Fuck no. I absolutely was not cool.
I know you are.
Because you are coming at me with so much
aggression,
defense, and attitude.
Okay.
And I didn't lead with that. So when I don't lead with that, it pisses me off. It offends me more when I'm coming at you.
Yeah.
Cool as a cucumber, and I'm not nagging, and I'm just like, when you get a chance, and then you start exploding on me.
Sexual eruption.
I mean, maybe that's what needs to happen. However, it upset me to the point where I got my shit, my baby, and I left.
I'm taking my baby and I'm leaving.
And we dipped. Just because I felt it was really nothing. If I would have said something else, I would have cussed him out.
Anybody left the babies there and she would have left and said she's done it before.
Well, I couldn't leave the baby. Yeah. So I had to
done it before, actually.
I would have loved to have, but
you forgot something.
I'm gonna take my precious jewel.
Now I gotta ask this.
Yeah.
Was he doing something in that moment when you asked him? Was he busy?
I wasn't asking him to do it in that minute.
Okay.
I didn't even ask him to do it yesterday. I just said, when you get a chance. Yeah. And it turned into, I get it. When do I have the time? And my response was, will you make the time? Just like you make time for everything else you want to do in your day. Now, it may be a day where it's like, you know what? Okay, well, maybe I can try to do it XYZ day. Or like you can kind of plan around it. I never gave a timeline, a date.
Yeah. But we know when y'all ask for something, you really want it done right then.
That's not what I wanted.
Okay.
I genuinely, it was like a reminder, like, hey, I see this because I'm in this room a lot. I'm in the kitchen a lot. So it's like, hey, I see this. There are lights in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, I see this a lot. Like, can we do something soon to fix it?
I feel that.
Because I want to start inviting people over and having dinners and stuff like that. I haven't invited a lot of our friends over just because I want to have like a space set up.
Yeah.
Not like, okay, well, I know, like, if y'all came over, you wouldn't care. It's like, excuse my pixie dust. That's what Disney says. Excuse our pixie dust. But
Chris Cross applesauce your ass on his floor.
And I know, and we have all the couches and chairs now. But, you know, we have a baby on the way, obviously.
You want to be home and you want to feel like home.
Before he gets here and we're up every 2 hours and we really don't have time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like the space I'm in. We have a new house. So I know that everything doesn't get done ASAP, but I'm trying to get things done sooner than later because we have another baby coming.
Yep. And I 100% feel you on that. And I'm going to lean with you on, if you said it like that.
I did.
I'm going to I'm leaning with you.
But I feel like to tie this all up, okay. I feel like
I'm going to bring it back. Keep going.
I don't know what's going on because I wasn't here to witness the argument. But I do feel like, addressing one thing in the situation and staying on topic does help.
I do too.
Bringing other things in does kind of make it, because then it's like, then you'll start bringing up, oh shit, she'll probably find something else. And then we're like,
and then we go down a rabbit hole. Yeah, like we don't even know where we started. And with your situation, it was perfect example. Had you brought him and said, hey, can you tidy this up? And in my case, the rebuttal to that would have been, I'm asking her, can you tidy that up? The rebuttal would have been, yeah, but the last time that you left XYZ on the counter, I went ahead and did it. I didn't even ask you to tidy it up. So, I mean, why couldn't you just do it? And here we go. Now I'm like, all right. And now I don't get mad. I say, you know what? I got it. And then I take a deep breath because it's me trying to gather my thoughts and I let it out. So yeah, that's the example that I'm trying to give. Instead of coming at somebody, or instead of like just correcting the problem, or course correcting, my work words. Instead of course correcting, we find other ways to avoid the problem at hand by bringing in more issues that you had. And I don't like that. Let's just focus on this one thing. Because listen, if you tidy that up, then next week, if I got stuff laying on the floor and you be like, hey, man, you got to get it tight.
So
I'm going to be receptive.
Are you going to try to do the work this week to find you a new therapist and book a session?
I'm going to do it tonight. I got something else to do tonight. I'm going to sit right at my desk. I might stand there, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to do the work right there. I'm going to try. So I'm going to put in the effort. But I also don't need, I don't want to be met with defense when I come with a grievance. And that's another thing we have to work on. Like if I have a grievance, like time management, if I have a grievance, like whatever the case may be, and I tell you, hey man, you got to manage your time a little better because you finna get the studio popping. You finna have 100 people in there a day and you need to be on time. You don't want to be the one late to your own class. That's not going to look good. And she hit me with the, don't worry about me, how I make my class. You should worry about you helping me out trying to get there on time. And I'm like, whoa, where did this go?
Well, it depends on your delivery,
but my delivery is like that. My delivery normally like, hey, man, you gotta.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Talk to me.
Do you feel like when you know that it's maybe an hour or so before class is about to start, you know how long it takes her to get to the studio, or you knew how long it took her to get to Tara's, do you step in and start dadding? Like, okay, you know what? Stop cooking dinner. I got it from here.
Always.
Always?
Always. I'm not cooking no food.
I'm just saying, do you help
Not
her?
that I can't.
Do you feel like you effectively help her try to be on time?
100%. Yes. Always.
Would she agree to that?
On it? Probably not. You gotta give me examples because I'm standing on it.
Oh,
if I know. Because look, right? If I'm at work, like right now, if I'm at work and I'm working and like all day, I'm like, all right, boom, I get off. And immediately, as soon as I get off, I get handed the kids. I get both children on me. That's me trying to take them off of you so you can go ahead and get ready to Pilates through your life. Like, I want you to be able to enjoy
Pilates through your life.
I want you to Pilates through your life, girl. Like, do it. Like, bring in the bacon so I can stay at home. You know what I mean? So I want you to do that, but I feel like I do a hell of a job at that. Hell of a job, 100.
Well, maybe the next time you notice that she's a little late, or before she's even running late
The
again.
defense mechanisms.
Well, look, say hey. Or maybe y'all can talk about it before y'all are in a situation where you're like, hey, you should be la la la. Maybe like, hey, what time do you need to start? Getting ready, get your things together. Not what time do you need to leave the house. What time do I need to kind of step in so you can lean in to being more on time?
You know what? I'm going to put this down. Me and my homeboys had a good conversation during my birthday. Be-Love second annual birthday brunch. We had some real quick passing, but good conversation. Mm-hmm. We talked about this briefly. Somebody brought up the fact that if we thought marriage was hard, like, do you think marriage is hard? With a bunch of dudes now. So now hearing everybody's perspective. And one of the perspectives.
What did my baby daddy say?
Was, I think he just listened. Because it was like a lot of talkers out there. And sometimes when you get a lot of talkers in one room, boy, you can't jump in. It's a lot to jump in and jump out. You're like, yeah, I feel that. So all you can really say, yeah, I'm with that. But in this situation, the question came up, and one of the guys said he didn't think it was hard if you are willing to be a servant to the other person. And not all the time, but you have to be willing to step out of yourself and serve the other person. And I agree with that. And we had some discord back and forth about that. But I don't think it's hard either in the aspect of knowing how the other person operates too. That's something I forgot to add in that conversation. Once you realize how this other person functions around life, I feel like now you have expectations on things that you may have not had going into marriage. But we had a long conversation about it.
Y'all should have tapped in with us. I
didn't know y'all wanted to have this conversation.
I don't think that marriage is hard.
That's what it is.
I do think that it is a full-time job.
Yes.
And, ultimately, like, you always have to do the work, whatever that looks like. And it changes over the years, especially when you start having children and figuring out parenting and, things of that nature. However, I feel like our hardest things have been the communication.
I'm going to tell you something else I said
in the past.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I feel like I said, we have our riffs here and there, like yesterday. But sometimes you just have to, take a step back. It takes me a while to cool down. So last night I still went to bed like, even though he was up here like,
he tried to rub you down.
And Cameron apologized and all that jazz. Got me some flowers and stuff like that.
So he fired.
And I said thank you, and I accepted his apology. However, I still, my feelings were still hurt.
And that's what it is. Your feelings got hurt.
Yeah.
It's more so of everything, right? Yeah. And I 100% agree. It's about communication. And somebody did bring that.
And delivery.
And this was, because we on the same page. Somebody brought that up. Somebody says about communication. And then I said, when they brought that up, not only is it about communication and being a servant, I think all of y'all are 100% right, but it's also the willingness to receive and give constructive criticism. if India comes to me and tell me, hey, man, you need to go to therapy because I see something in you that you're not seeing, I can't get mad and say, man, F therapy. I'm going to be like, all right, cool.
Even though you're low-key saying F therapy by not booking a session.
Just haven't had the time to do it.
Okay, you've had the time.
But I'm like, I can't get, but if I come to her on this same token and be like, hey, I see this in you. I see you don't manage time well. And you realize that. You got to be willing to receive that because I'm seeing things in you that you might not necessarily see.
Yeah, I think that period with any relationship, relationship too,
yeah.
You have to be able to communicate how you feel and you have to bite that bullet, even if you don't agree. Like if I said, Barry, you know what? When we stop recording, you said something on the pod that
was messed
kind of
up.
offended me.
Yeah.
You should be able to say, you know, well, we should be able to have a conversation about it without you being like, well, bitch, you should be on the podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's not my fault that I'm offended by what you said.
Like I said, your feelings.
Yeah.
Your feelings were hurt. You got offended, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I have to receive that because I can't tell you how to feel. I cannot tell you how to feel.
True.
So I'll be like, all right, cool. I offended you. And if that's your friend, your spouse, whatever, if it's your loved ones, you're not trying to offend them. We just all do stuff. Sometimes it may get under somebody else's skin. Shit, I'm guilty every day.
Yeah.
Like, with Indy, every day I do something that probably offends her in one way or the other. Like earlier today, I probably offended her by the little stiff discussion that we had, but that was never my intentions. My intentions were always to bring up something that I think could make us better if we figure it out in the moment.
So do you think that when she comes home later, you guys can kind of recap and say, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do?
Yeah.
And, you know,
I was over that shit in 2 minutes, actually.
I'm sure you are. Most men, you guys let things roll off your back and we are the chip on the shoulder for the remaining of the day.
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah.
And I will be that.
And you admit that.
And I admit that.
And you receive that.
And I receive But, yeah, I think delivery and, you know, being receptive to the things that are saying, you have to be able to listen and communicate and, you know, kind of process all in one. So you book your session and then maybe you bring up, maybe we should book us a session sometime soon and talk about our communication. Cause I feel like you guys miss each other a lot.
We do. I think some of us be turned up. I just want to party all day. Indy is more the serious person. And also, too, I'm
you're the big joker.
I'm the big joker, not the baby joker, not the two of spade or the two of that. Joker, deuce. Is how I play spades. But being able to just accept that we are not, I don't know. We just got to be able to accept that constructive criticism, man. So I'm gonna keep saying that. So the guys, we were talking about some real stuff. I don't know what the women were talking about, but when guys are around, we talk about God and how to be better husbands and men.
Yeah, so that's probably like 5% of the conversation. I don't want to hear the other 95. Sports, goddamn.
What we finna talk about now, cannabis, opening up new business. Like cannabis, like opening up cannabis shops around us. You know what I'm saying? So you get it. But anyway, I had to go ahead. I'm gonna put a bow on that and say, hey, I'm gonna book my therapy session tonight.
Okay, good.
Watch. I'm being there chatting my head off with a therapist.
I'm waiting for that text and be like, hey, it's been a fun run.
No, you come out. No. We locked in. Here you are.
We have to have a farewell episode.
No, ain't no farewell. You here. You at least once a month. Even if she come back once a month.
We're gonna have it so high.
You know, we sung this song at a funeral one time, and one of the guys in the group forgot the words at somebody's funeral.
To yesterday.
I was like, nigga, this is somebody's funeral. You know, Suave back in the day was lit, beloved. So we were contracted, not even contracted.
That was the name of your group?
Suave.
You were in a group? You were in a boy band?
Was I?
Oh my goodness.
SUAVE. Now I tell you, I got the name. If y'all are new here, off the back of the lotion. We were sitting at the grill one day, me, B Rhodes, Big O, and rest in peace to one of my best friends. No, I could sing back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I'm about the puberty. My voice is deep.
So you was a soprano then?
I was. Like a dead ass. And you know that high note in H-Town at the end and knocking the boots? Smack.
You was like, my friend.
Next time you will be my friend. That was me. That was me. That was That was me. I was there.
Do you have this on VHS?
We had it back in the day. Hold on, in real life.
A camcorder?
No, but we lost a talent show to the homeboy. Shout out to my guy TJ. We lost a home. Y'all shouldn't have beat us. They sung the Hamptons. You can wear my
that's my song.
I'm like, bro, the Hamptons beat us? We were singing the dope song, Silk. If you we were singing You Remind Me of My Jeep. But my favorite song for us to sing was Freak Me, because I had the lead on that.
Oh, yeah.
All I did is talk, I want to see you. And I was doing, anyway.
Freaky ass nigga.
Wow, man, my homeboy Chris passed away in a car accident. Man, I love you to death. And every day I wake up, I think about you, partner. But anyway, Bobby, you forgot them damn words to the damn song.
Not Bobby Valentino.
You ready? Let me hit the button real fast. I thought you knew that swab came right the back of the lotion.
Let her upgrade you. What would India do?
WWID. What would Syd in the building do? Kick it.
Okay, it says, I text my husband and now I regret it. Here's the text below. Babe, I'm texting you because I don't want to be a bitch and wake you up in the middle of the night, but I have the smallest amount of nerve to say this now. And I'm afraid that if I don't get it out now, I'm not going to when I wake up. I can't smoke weed anymore. I think it's making me crazy. I feel like my entire body and mind are telling me to stop, and for some reason I can't. It feels like I'm drowning and the top of the water is right there, but I can't reach it. Stop laughing. If you need to wean somehow, that's fine, but I don't want access to it anymore. I want to quit cold turkey tomorrow morning.
It's fine.
Please take the vape away and hide the flower. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm sorry if it disappoints you that I can't smoke that last bowl, but please know I really don't care if you do. I love you. Should I unsend it? Girl, no, don't unsend. I think that as a member of the smoker community.
I knew you. I couldn't wait for you to read this.
As a member. Since 2000 and oh my goodness. I think that breaks are great. I'm never going to now, and I can speak from experience. You know, I love to
we know
on what I know. Cameron and I have taken several breaks. Cameron will say, "Hey, yo, like I gotta stop." And when Cameron stops, he stops cold turkey. And I'll be the one like, you don't want to just smoke once today, a little nugget.
He's one.
I feel like I'm the bad guy when it comes to stopping.
We don't just.
But I feel like your partner is supposed to support you, and you know, hopefully he's like, okay, yeah, I'll hide it. I'll go smoke it myself, and you don't have to worry about it. Hopefully, if you need, if you're trying to stay more accountable and be less tempted to, then maybe ask him to smoke outside or smoke while you're not at home or smoke elsewhere, so you're not tempted to be like pass the nuts. But no, I feel like if you felt like that was keeping you up at night and you just needed to get it off some type of way, then hey, do what you gotta do.
I gotta ask you this question: what was she smoking to make her feel like she was drowning?
Well,
I got to know.
I will say that THC, whether it's edibles or flower or in a vape, a pen, whatever, it can cause you to feel different ways. Sometimes when you're already anxious and you smoke, it makes you even more anxious. Okay. Sometimes it'll help take the edge off.
Yeah, that's right.
I do feel like it depends on the strand and where you get it from and blah, blah, blah. It's so much math that you can kind of... It depends on how weed math. It's how technical you decide to be with what you smoke. I've never smoked a vape. I'm not a pen. Normally when I'm smoking papers or a bowl or, something like that. But if you need to take a break, take a break. It can make you feel all types of ways. And, depending on what season that you're in, you may need to lay off the weed. The weed.
Hey.
You may need to let it off. And, it's nothing wrong with coming back.
You can always double back around now. And I don't think you should unsend it. I think that sometimes we get courage in different times of the day. And that time you had the courage to send it.
Yeah.
Stand in it. You want to stop? Just stop. Like, hey, I sent this to you at night and you wrote it in there because I ain't really just want to wake you up. But because it was on my mind, I was having dreams about it. I saw the tree I saw the flower chasing me through the trees and I couldn't run from it. So I decided to wake up and send you this text message because I got to get it off of me.
Yeah.
So I don't, that girl, don't listen there. You're standing there, girl.
Yeah.
I think your boyfriend.
I think it's different when you're like trying to talk about other serious topics. And not to say that that's not serious, but I don't think he's going to get mad at you like, what you mean you not going to smoke no more? You know.
And you didn't say we, you said me.
Yeah. It's not like you said, hey, I think you need to stop too and we need to stop and I'm throwing all the weed away and this is going to be a weed-free home. I think that was, you know,
yeah, you didn't
more
say
deserving
that.
of a face-to-face. But if you're saying, hey, I gotta stop. If he wakes up before you, he can go finish that bowl off and then it'll be gone. Like you said.
And let that be that on there. Now, if he's your supplier and you're sleeping with your supplier, now you guys have another discussion to be had. Then, you know,
if he's keeping it in the house.
Yeah, if he's keeping it in the house. So I think that's another discussion.
But you don't want to open the closet and be like, oh my God.
What just happened here? But I'm going to go ahead and knock out my relationship. It's going to be fast. I promise it is because I don't even know what it is. I'm making it up on the fly.
Ooh.
Now unqualified advice from Be Love and Be Love.
She got me one.
Relationship.
Syd's relationship. Go for it. Go. Take it.
I won't say this is a relationship. I meant to ask you what you thought about it. So when gifting apology flowers, is it a limit? Like, does it depend on the offense? Like if you know you really like she's crying, ran away, drove down the street, you know, and you know you done messed up. Are you calling the florist or are you going to Publix?
Aspire.
If you y'all just had a tit for tat like today, and you're like, you know what, I gotta go to the store, pick up some stuff. I'm gonna grab her some flowers.
I'm getting the $3.99 boys from Kroger today.
$3.99.
They be on sale at the Kroger. They did be on sale. I can't help it. Kroger got a nice ass sale. I'm a sucker for a sale. If they look good and they're $3.99, scrape that paper off. Now, if I
or is it the thought that counts? Just period. We should be fine with whatever.
I think it's the thought that count. Now, if I really messed up, I got to get you a massage and a rose package from the florist. If it's something small, this is a relationship, fellas. Here it is. Small, $3.99. Kroger, knock you right on out. $3.99, you'll be absolutely fine.
Is it 3 for $12? Or what is it?
It's $3.99. My homegirl sent it to me. Okay. I'm going to send it to you. She's like,
don't send it to me.
I'm going to send it to you. And then Fresh Market, they put me on Fresh Market. Got that fire.
Yeah, they got some nice flowers.
For $12.99. So, but my boy CJ at Carter's Family Florist now, if you just going through it, get the delivery, get the massage, get the message, get everything put together real nice. But I like that question. It depends on the offense. If it's something small, you good. If it's something big, the bigger the offense, the bigger the bouquet. The bigger the bouquet. The more grandiose the apology needs to be. And you ain't got to go out in the front street, I love you, wife. You ain't do all that. But just go out, get her some flowers, show her you love her, and then put that Tyrese song, Have I Told You? Put it on, lay. And then let Tyrese do your singing. Let Tyrese do your macking. Give it up one time. Shit, tell them where they find you at.
_ Syd the Kid.
Yeah, you know where you can find me on YouTube. You better subscribe. You can also find me at Be Love 1911. You better subscribe. She and I podcast. You better subscribe. Leave us a message at She and I podcast at gmail.com. And please, this is the biggest one. I need to put this in the front of the podcast. Work It Pilates Studio. You better subscribe for a monthly subscription and forget that you did it. And let it keep rolling. In the meantime, in between times, it's been real. It's been fun. Syd, I